I think that our ladies gotta start taking some initiative to be aware of the impact that they have on the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the black community, I personally believe the black community is very matriarchal.
All over the world, they say it's a man's world. But in all reality, do women really dictate how countries and societies are shaped? In this video, we dive deep into that idea in the black community in particular and ask, are black mothers to blame for degeneracy in the black community?
I saw a video where someone suggested that a lot of the degeneracy in the community is supported by and upheld by the black women in our community, such as like, the gays, the trans community, the most violent members of the community, the guys in jail who are the black women dating. So it's like, when you really look at it, he was bringing that to our attention, and that caught my attention. So I sent it over to you.
All right, let me pull it up.
Man, I fought black women.
You did?
Well, for our gay community, I don't fault white people for their white community.
Oh, you fought?
I fought our black women for our gay community. I blame them. Because nobody accepts homosexuality in the black community. Homosexuality and gangsterism. Nobody accepts this more in the black community than black women. Because most of their sons are gays or gangsters. They're not in between. That's why we stand up for guys like George Floyd and not kids like Tamir Rice. We support our gangsters. Let one of our gangster niggas get killed by the police. Let a good person get killed. We act like we don't even know about it. Let a gay person happen. Black women is mad. Black women are the only faction of our community that treat the gay man like he's a girl. And she raised her son to be like the gay dude or the gangster dude she dates. So, they don't let the black man have access to his children. Soon as the baby's born, she gets, dang, this is my baby, this is my baby. In order for him to even have rights, he has to go through the government system to put child support on himself that ultimately restricts him and puts him in and out of jail bag mode.
How do you feel about that video?
To this day, when a nigga come home from jail, they throw a party. I know dudes that graduate, start a new business, you know what I mean, do major milestones in their life, and they don't get the party like that. But even look at, for example, and I love Max B, right? But Max B just came home from jail. My boy came home to Louis and Gucci, this, chains, this and that. Came home to music videos ready. Came home to everybody inviting him out the head, pulling him on stage. And it's like, a lot of that support you see comes from the women in our community. You know what I mean? They the ones buying the brand new sneakers and the brand new outfits for the felons fresh out of jail. Meanwhile, it's a dude right now, don't even got enough money for books in college, and nobody's helping him out. You know what I'm saying? But homie locked up, he got all the snacks. He got all the Funyuns in jail. You know what I'm saying? He got Jordans in jail. He got Timberlands in jail. My boy got all the fresh white tees, commissary bussing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, where is that support in our community from the women for the more positive aspects or positive representations of our community?
My question to you is, do you feel as though that's all black women or the majority of black women, or is it?
Obviously, it's not all black women. Obviously, we're talking about a particular stereotype. And we know the stereotype. We know the particular stereotype of black women we're talking about.
The sexy reds of the world and all that, right?
Yeah. The ones that tend to get the visibility as far as the representation for black women.
Okay. Now, who runs the media that puts out this representation? Granted, I understand that they're putting out that representation themselves by allowing themselves to be recorded doing the things that they do or whatever. But when people have the other image that can be pushed, the people who run the media companies, do they want to push that type of image for black people?
You see what you about to do? I'm not gonna let you do it, Rich. I'm not gonna let you do it. I know what you're about to do. You're about to try to make this a media issue, and the question is about the women's actions in the community. So let's pretend there's no media, right? Let's pretend the TV don't exist, the radio don't exist. Okay. Let's just talk about two niggas in the hood. One nigga is a killer.
Why in the hood? Why in the hood? Why not?
When I say the hood, I'm talking about the black community. I'm speaking colloquially, right? I'm speaking colloquially. The hood is how I refer to my black community, right? So we're talking about two black men from a predominantly black community. You have the one who's a gangster, like criminal, shooting, robbing, stealing, drug dealing, whatever. Then you got the one who's a straight A student, focused on the books. Right? 9 times out of 10, which one got more women?
I mean, if he's focused on the books, why would he be concerned about women at the time being?
You see, you're doing the bullshit, Rich, and you know
I'm
you're
not doing the bullshit. I'm not doing the bullshit. That's real nigga shit.
I didn't ask you who got time for women. All right, let me ask the question more specifically.
No.
Which one attracts more women?
The hood nigga's gonna attract more women. I can agree with that 100%. You can't remove media out of the whole situation because of the fact that it's like that plays a huge influence on us. Like the media, what they push to us is what we often deem popular. You're removing a huge part of what black people often tend to get their trends from and all that. Like not even just TV, but like social media and all that. Like the stuff that seems to get popular is often negative stuff in the black community. Would you agree or disagree?
I think the stuff that gets popular in the black community is what women like. I think 9 times out of 10, if women like it in the black community, that's what's going to make it popping. If women don't like it, it's not going to be popping in the black community.
And so as a result of that, you're trying to say because women can have that much power, it's their fault that degenerate things are what's popular in the black community is what you're saying.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that they're the reason or the cause, but I'm really just following up on what Charleston White said. Like it's his claim that they're responsible for a lot of these things. So really, I'm saying, well, is this claim true? Like, can we refute this claim? And if this claim is true, what does that mean for our community? Like, because I mean, we're not having this conversation to say, oh, black women are fucked up and bad and all of this shit. But are they responsible for a lot of the degeneracy in the community, or to what level are they responsible? And like, what do we do about that if they are responsible?
You know, for someone who is often speaking about accountability and all that, right? Like, I get it. Women play an influence and a role and all that, either as a mother or as the gatekeepers of what's popular in black culture or whatnot, right? You said you feel like whatever black women like is what's going to be it, right? That's what you're saying. So,
to a degree, yeah.
Where's the personal responsibility in there where men make the decision not to act out or do anything like that, and they create what's popular? Cohen's Auto said that Nick has a point.
My thing is like, okay, I think men can try to decide what's popular. Like we can try, but at the end of the day, incentive is so much more powerful. So it's like, okay, let's say I want to be like, yo, it's cool to not curse. So I'm like, I don't curse. It's cool to not curse, but I'm not getting no pussy, right? Then it don't matter. Because nobody is going to listen to, like, none of the guys in the hood are going to want to be like the guy that's not getting no buns. And none of the women are going to listen to a man that they don't want to give the buns to. So it kind of boils back down to, it's like, I could try to be as cool as I want to be, as forthcoming I want to be, but nobody really respects a man that doesn't move the women. And at the end of it, so it kind of goes back in that same direction. Like, do you get bitches? All right, nigga. Anyway, what you talking about, bro? Anyway, let's get back to these hoes, man. Like, you don't get no hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like Steve Urkel was cool as hell. He knew a lot of cool stuff. Man, he ain't had a hus, bro.
Stefan Urkel.
But exactly, but Stefan came through with the big baggy suit, the Steve Harvey suit on some player. I mean, popping his peas. You know what I'm saying? And Laura was going. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. I think it matters. I think what matters most is the type of demographic that you want to attract. If you a nigga that's concerned about, oh, you get the most hoes, so that's why I want to rock with you. Yes, in the black community, that's what it's all about. It's always about who gets the most hoes. But that could also be like I've said it many times. Like if I wasn't worried about trying to bag chicks growing up, and I had a different mindset, I probably would have gotten to where I needed to get to a lot earlier in life than if I wasn't focused on this. So I understand what you're speaking on, and from the perspective that you're speaking on, yeah, 100%. This is more for people who are trying to live that more hood life. Like if you really about your shit, you should be worried about being on your grind. And the females that are on their grind, you're gonna meet females that have the same mindset, who about their shit and trying to level up in life. You like, I feel like we concerned about chicks that, I feel like that's a concern for niggas. Like, you're not concerned about those type of females.
No, you're right, but we're not talking about whether I would want that female or not. We're talking about whether or not that type of female upholds degeneracy in our community. So what we're really asking is, like, are the homosexuals that are coming from the community being nurtured by the women. Are the violent members of our community being nurtured and celebrated by the members of our community? Because it's like I can decide all I want not to deal with these type of women, but the community still, these women are still a part of my community, whether I'm dealing with them or not. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still a part of the community, and they still have an impact on the other young boys and men growing up in the community. And so, yeah, it may not have incentivized me to be hood or to be in the streets, but a lot of dudes are in the streets today. There's a lot of dudes sitting in jail right now because they wanted to impress females. You know, they wanted to be accepted by the women in the community as man enough. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tough position to be in because a lot of men don't have, especially if you don't have a dad, you don't like just self-determine your manhood. A lot of times, especially men with no dad, they get their sense of manhood from what a woman tells them. You know what I mean? When your mom congratulates you for doing certain things, you feel like, oh, I'm more of a man. You know what I mean? When the girls like you for doing certain things, it makes you feel like you're more of a man. So it's like, if they make you feel like more of a man for being violent, being a criminal, you know, hurting other people in your community, that's what a lot of guys are going to want to do, because they're going to feel like, well, the people who give out the stamp of manhood, which is these women, they're giving out the stamp of manhood to the dudes who are joining the gangs and the dudes who are going to jail and the dudes who are robbing and selling drugs. They're not giving it the stamp to the dudes that are studying, being firefighters and you know what I mean, being police officers, being you know, going to college and becoming doctors. So that's all. It's really trying to understand how it's impacting the community as a whole.
Cohen's Auto said, I think what's put out as popular is not always what's right for our community. And he's not, and that's where I'm more, I don't feel as though that's the majority. I just feel as though that's what's put out. Cohen's Auto said, I know men who don't like or can't stand what's popular and don't care about social media. They are focused on legacy and progress and family. You know, see, perfect example. Cool. And I feel cool,
like, but let's be honest. Are those guys, usually those guys, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but usually those guys aren't leading the community. Usually they're kind of in the cut doing their thing with their family, and they're kind of out of sight, out of mind. But the people who are leading the community and setting an example tend to be from the groups I'm talking about. So that's like the double-edged sword of it.
So you feel like the you feel like the hood nigga that got all the pooms is the niggas leading the community?
To an extent, because who do young niggas want to be like? It's more niggas. It's more young niggas that want to be like gangsters than there's young niggas that want to be like Ben Carson. Like, I've never heard a young nigga say he want to be like Ben Carson. It's a lot of young niggas that want to be
a lot of niggas don't want to be like Ben Carson because Ben Carson is MAGA. He's a conservative, and a lot of the black community don't fuck with that shit.
I mean, but the thing is, it's not about that. I'm talking about the position of what he does. Ben Carson is a surgeon, one of the greatest surgeons of all time.
Yes,
what I'm saying is, I don't.
But that's not what he's known for anymore.
Regardless of what he's known for or not, what I'm saying is, like, he's not known for killing niggas. He's not known for robbing niggas, but there's a nigga in the hood right now that's known for killing, robbing, snitching, all type of weird shit. And there's niggas in the hood that want to be like him. There's niggas in the hood that jack what he does, like Max B, for example. There's a lot of people that want to be like Max B. But respectfully, Max B is a criminal. Max B went to jail for setting somebody up and robbing him. Like, Max B's, like, what he did wasn't necessarily a good thing or anything to be proud of. Now, I get it. He makes great music, which is why people fuck with him. But my point is that, like, Max B has more influence over young black men than a Ben Carson does. Max B has more influence over young black men than
I don't agree. I feel like it's where you are and what you consume. And I feel like it's what you consume. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Since I left New York and I really kind of just started looking into more different type of shit, I don't even really like, I don't know the new slang words. I don't know none of that shit no more. Since I had a son and I'm trying to get married and all that now, like, none of that stuff crosses my timeline no more. None of that shit matters to me.
But respectfully, we the old heads now, my brother. Respectfully, like people are not trying to, like, the people are not trying to be like us. Like, respectfully, like, they're trying to be like who they seeing. Young NBA YoungBoy, that's who they want to be like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's cool that you're not any longer down for that, but you're grown. You shouldn't be still interested in that. Like, you're in your 30s, bro. You out the game. But the future of our community is not you. The future of our community is 20-year-olds and 15-year-olds.
And I feel like there's plenty of them that's consuming something. I feel like the ones that are going to be the leaders in our future Because the actual leaders, not the leaders that they push in media, not the leaders that the hood niggas want to follow. Because let's be honest, the black kids the black kids who are not focused on this stuff, the black kids who are actually going to be like become something in the world, they're not consuming that shit either. It's what you consume. Hold on. Let me read some of these comments though. Cohen's Auto said, "I'm not sure about that, Nick. There are a lot of role models." Journey Mom said, I think young men think certain things are cool about gangsters, but if they have role models, then they aspire to that more. Cohen's Auto said, the popular stuff is athlete and entertainer, and then there are always doctors. There are lawyers and doctors. You can't forget about them.
All right, name one lawyer. Name a famous lawyer that people want to be like right now. Name and a famous doctor that young niggas in the hood want to be like.
Right now.
Name one famous lawyer and one famous doctor that niggas in the hood is trying to be like.
Johnny Cochran.
These young niggas don't even know who Johnny Cochran is, my boy. Let's be real. Like, they don't even know who that is.
But that's what I'm trying to say. But that's what I'm trying to say. Are you trying to tell me that? Hold on. Come on. As a matter of fact, the legal lawyer on YouTube, that nigga, the black bald head nigga on YouTube. He's super popular.
You've heard young boys say the lead attorney. You're saying you know 20-year-olds. You're telling me you know 20-year-olds that say when I grow up I want to be just like the lead attorney.
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what, like, you want to know who they want to be like, bro? They want to be like Blueface. That's who they want to be like.
Yeah, when they're young, bro. When they're young.
Because Blueface just came home to hella yams, okay? He came home to bitches. When he came home, Keke Palmer wanted to interview him. So guess what? Niggas want to be Blueface and get their face tatted and chase Keke Palmer around the house. I'm gonna get you. They not trying to be.
I think
the lead attorney, my brother.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think do you like Journey Mom said it in the chat? She said representation and exposure does matter. Are you gonna agree or disagree that there's also a system that's not necessarily pushing those images of us in the media in what people consume? Yes or no? Like there's plenty of doctors and plenty of lawyers that we have. There's plenty of successful black people in our society. Is that what's being pushed by the media companies? Yes or no? I'm just asking you.
I would say not necessarily, but it's really, is that what's being consumed? Because the media is going to put out what's profitable, right? They're going to put out what people are going to consume. But like, again, like I said, on the weekends, the girls, the black women, they're not lining up to watch the lead attorney. They lining up to watch baddies on Sunday. I know. I listen. I know. I've seen it. They're watching baddies. Okay, the future mothers of your children, the future wives, they're watching baddies on Sunday. They're not watching the lead attorney. They're not watching Johnny Cochran. They're not watching a show about doctors. They're not watching real estate tips. No, they're watching baddies. Okay.
All right.
They're watching. Okay. They're watching the Zeus Network, my brother. Okay. And you know who the niggas they like the most on Zeus Network? The niggas that fight. The niggas that's in and out of jail. Okay. Let's just keep it 1,000. I watched 1,000 episodes of Pop the Balloon, my brother. Them doctors and lawyers ain't getting none of the huzz, bro.
Hold on.
The gentlemen's is not getting the huzz, bro. They popping the
no, that's not true. Plenty of the gentlemen done got huzz. Plenty of the gentlemen done got huzz because of the fact that I've watched. It's the demographic. The women that don't consume that hood shit, they don't want one of them niggas that's got the grills in their mouth and saying they a rapper or they talk hood, but I'm successful. I'm wrong. I watch Pop the Balloon every fucking week, nigga. I'm telling you. What are you talking about, nigga? I'm telling you. Hold on. Cohen's Auto said, I'm watching Zeus right now. That's horrible.
Exactly.
That's horrible. Cohen's Auto.
Exactly. It's Sunday. I know what's happening on the Sunday. Exactly. And it's all good. No disrespect.
What channel is Zeus Network on? Because I don't watch that shit.
It's one of them digital channels. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Stars, like one of them digital channels you get on your Roku and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not an actual channel, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Nah, well,
but I'm telling you, gang.
By the way, Hold on. For everybody out there on Instagram, if you're on Instagram and you want to see the full screen, see us a little clearer or whatnot, please join us on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/keepinmindpodcast, or you can go on youtube.com/Ranch with Rich. You know what I mean? Either way it goes through.
See, Cohen's Auto said you got to pay for that, Joe. You got to pay for the Zeus. It ain't for the brokies. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen. I can't see myself paying for that. I don't see bro. I can't.
Listen.
You know what it is? And no lie, Cohen's Auto, I'm sure he didn't get that for himself. So he's only aiding your topic by saying black women bring the degeneracy into the fucking community, my nigga. Because I'm sure he didn't get that for himself.
None of my homies ever asked me to watch baddies. Anytime I caught myself watching baddies or watching one of them black fight shows where the bitches put on makeup and wigs and start beating each other's ass. Any of them shows, it was a black woman that introduced you to it, my brother, every time. Every single time. The only reason I know who Natalie Nunn is because of black women, my brother.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Instead of just pointing this out, because I feel like that's what every podcast
we love black women. We're not saying we dislike y'all or nothing. We just saying, hey, y'all like some shit that's a little negative for the community. Y'all tend to really like and support things that kind of hurt us. That's all. We love you still.
Okay. Now, all right, check it out. What I want to ask you is this. I feel like a lot of podcasts often just point this type of stuff out, but don't actually come up with any type of solutions or anything like that, right? Like that's usually the case. Like people will do all this talking. So you saying all this stuff, right? What do you feel, being that you feel this way, which honestly, you made very good points. You made plenty of good points. And Cohen Auto honestly only helped you out by saying he's watching that shit right now with his wifey. So I want to ask you, what would you suggest as a solution to something like this? What would you suggest as a solution to black women increasing the degeneracy in the black community? Like what can be done?
I think that our ladies gotta start taking some initiative to be aware of the impact that they have on the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the black community, I personally believe the black community is very matriarchal. And so, like, I think the ladies need to accept that and realize that, hey, like, a lot of what happens in the community is based off of us, like, based off of the decisions and choices we're making. If we're saying, like, yo, a lot of these dudes is not getting jobs and taking care of responsibilities, well, are you fucking the guys that do have jobs and taking care? Because look, if you're fucking a guy with a good job and that handles his responsibility, you're doing your part, okay? But if you not giving the box to the brothers that's helping the community and you giving the box to the brothers that's tearing it down, you part of the problem, baby. You incentivizing the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So go find you a nigga with a good job and some good grades and fling that coochie on him.